Welcome to Migration Minded, the Dynamics 365 web series where we dig into important modernization considerations with Dynamics AX and Dynamics CRM experts to help support your cloud transformation thinking. As always, I'm Tom Wisniewski, a Global Product Marketing Manager for Dynamics 365. Today, we're shaking things up a little bit and we're talking about the importance of having a partner throughout your migration journey with my colleague, Peter Jensen. As the lead for partner strategy within business applications, Peter's mission is to help equip our migration partners with the tools and resources they need to help support our customers. So with that, let's get started. Hey, Peter, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Hi.
So, Peter, to start, can you tell us a little bit about your role?
Sure. My role is I'm the Global Partner Solutions lead for BizApp. So one of the things that on my focus is really helping partners successfully migrate our customers to the cloud and giving them the tools and resources and in order to do so.
Why are partners so important to the success of a technology project?
Yeah. Look, first of all, partners are central to Microsoft's strategy, and it's always been this way. We really do rely on partners to ensure successful deployment of our technologies, and that's really no different for BizApps. In fact, it might be even more important for BizApps. The other point I want to make is for migrations, it's really everything's a migration. Everything partners do with us are migrations. It's not always from on-prem systems. Sometimes it's from other cloud systems. But with BizApps, being able to manage a migration, is super important and critical to the success of the customer. Which is why, when customers select the software and a vendor, they also have to think really carefully about selecting the right partner in those cases.
So I hear what you're saying, that partners are an important extension of Microsoft. What are some of the factors that a customer should consider when selecting a partner?
The way I think about it is there are sort of two things you must think about as a customer. First of all is when I think about the partner I'm selecting, I want to think about, do they have the right competency, right? Are they a proven partner that's done this before? That has done it with success or committed to the business. And in the Microsoft ecosystem, we use the Microsoft competencies to signal that to customers, right? So if I'm a customer, I would absolutely look at, am I selecting a partner that has the BizApps competency, either through what we call the Cloud Business Applications competency, or through our small and mid-market cloud solutions competency, which can be attained through a specific BizApps option as well. Both of those indicate competency. The second one that's also related to the partners, of course, do they have experience in my industry? And I think that's incredibly important too. So I would absolutely assess partners on what kind of industry experience they have and how well it aligns with what the customer is trying to do. And then thirdly, is at the individual level. So this is really thinking more about the specific implementation team that the partner will be providing for you as a customer. I would ask questions around, do the individuals on my implementation team, especially the leads, do they have the right certifications and credentials to prove that their experience, they have the right training, and that they're putting you on a path for success?
That's great. Are there any other considerations that a customer should be thinking about when selecting a migration partner specifically?
Yeah, I think there is, right? Again, every customer is different, has a unique, situation. And one of the things that absolutely can be the case is that you're migrating from a very complex system that has maybe seen lots of years of use and a lot of customizations. And in some cases, it's very important to select a partner that might have experience with those customizations, or that at least has experience assessing those customizations inside the source system, if you will. So there are definitely scenarios where I would add incremental criteria to selecting a partner, and it's always good when that partner might already be working with you or have experience with your solution.
And can you talk to us a little bit about what are some of the investments that Microsoft is making to help ensure that projects like these, migrations or what have you, are successful?
Yeah, I'd love to. Like, there's sort of three core investments that I'd call out, and they really revolve around sort of the life cycle of the project. Like, first of all, we have a specific migration assessment that our partners can do, and that really is meant to be a conversation opener that sort of starts to unpack what does a migration actually look like with my specific solution in mind. And so it starts to say, well, based on what you're doing today, based on what it is you're trying to achieve in the future, what would a project look like? How complex is it? What sort of effort would have to go into a successful migration like that? And what are the next steps, right? So a lot of our partners can do that kind of assessment that produces an output that you can then take into a decision-making process. The other thing I call out is some of our strategic activities that we know add value to customers and play a big role in sort of how they make decisions and structure their migration journey. The first one that I would mention is what we call the envisioning workshop. This is an activity that many of our partners can do that takes the customer through a series of exercises in a workshop environment together with the senior management of the customer. And it builds not only sort of a idea of what the future state should look like, but it starts to articulate not just the migration project itself, but really starts to sort of become the underpinning of maybe a multi-year digital transformation project that could involve the migration first, but then also step 2, 3, and 4 as future potential projects. So it really creates sort of a comprehensive view of short-term as well as long-term. And then lastly, I want to just mention this idea of a business value assessment. It's another strategic activity that partners can do for customers. We know that selecting and deciding on a migration project is not a trivial decision. There's a significant amount of capital expenditure to successfully go through one, and that often requires a business case to be approved. Well, our partners can help build that business case, not just on the total cost of ownership side, but also on the value extraction from the tooling and the systems and the processes of the future system. And so it really sort of creates a comprehensive view of that investment and future value that comes out of it, and ultimately is able to show a return on investment analysis that I think most customers would find helpful.
That's really great insight, Peter. I think it really articulates the importance of a partner, not only to the customer, but to Microsoft, us particularly. And the fact that there are tools for customers through their partners, regardless of where they are in their migration journey, be it early stage and they're trying to still figure out, okay, what does moving to the cloud look like, and so they can have an assessment done, or maybe they're later stage and they're really trying to understand, okay, what is the real impact and value to us as an organization in moving to the cloud as we continue on this journey. So fantastic insight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Look, if I end on one thing, it's really just to say, look, I think partners are critical to customer success, and your selection of a partner is not a short-term decision. It'll be important for your long-term success, and hopefully it's the beginning of a long-term partnership. I know it is in the vast majority of cases, so it's an important decision. And hopefully we've given you some new ways to think about that decision. So it's absolutely been my pleasure to be here.
Thanks again, Peter. This has been Migration Minded. If you have migration questions, please join our Dynamics 365 migration community, where you can connect with experts like Peter there. And if you're still working through, what the right partner, who the right partner is for you, we have resources that can help you answer those questions on the community. So until next time.